We won't allow you take us back to 1984, Falana tells Buhari. A popular human rights lawyer, Femi Falana, has made it known to the President Buhari that every attempt of his administration to take Nigeria back to 1984 will be strongly resisted by Nigerians. Femi Falana made this disclosure at the 13th Wole Soyinka Media Lecture Series to commemorate his 87th birthday. While speaking, the human rights lawyer made it known that the kind of treatment that was meted out to the IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho is similar to what happened in the year 1984 when a Nigerian politician, Umari Diko, was kidnapped in London. Furthermore, he made it clear that on the case of Nnamdi Kanu, Kenyan government refused to admit that a Nigerian was kidnapped in their country without going through legal process. Then he stated that it is likely that Kanu was drugged before he was brought back to Nigeria. Going forward, the human rights lawyer made it known that the Interpol cannot deport anyone without due process. That is true, because then again, the Kenyan government did say that he did not leave, or they don't have any record of Nnamdi Kanu leaving Kenya through the immigration. He further added that those saying that the citizens will not be allowed to protest are just joking and are still living in the military era. Thank God for this statement. Why? Because I genuinely think there are a lot of Nigerians, or maybe it's just because some Nigerians have lived through the military era. That's why sometimes the mentality does come across as though, with the way the government does certain things at times, they're just okay with it just because it's okay. But then you have to understand the system of government being run down is not a, what do you call it? We're not in the military era. We're actually in a democracy. So, because sometimes I do question when Nigerians support some actions of the government which do not seem democratic, and I'm like, you're meant to be the people that hold the government accountable, especially when you do things like this. And then when you support some weird sort of behaviors by the government, and then you're just like, oh, that's what it is. No, absolutely not. That is a really good and wonderful thing from Femi Falana. I really think that Buhari did not do the right thing by trying to arrest Nnamdi Kanu. I don't even think the president is even trying to do the right or wrong thing. I don't even think the president even cares what we think of what he does, whether it's the wrong or the right thing. He just does it. Let's not now pretend like as if the president has not been disrespecting Nigerians since he got into office. So again, he does not value what we think. He does not respect us. So again, he will do things that he really wants to do. And it's like his demeanor just screams, take it or leave it. I will do what I want to do anyways. So that's just really what it is. I think Femi Falana is absolutely right. He just decided to speak facts. As always, he does speak facts, consistently. So yeah, we can take his word for it. And what else? That is literally what it is. Like, that is literally what it is. The kidnap and invasion of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. I don't know what's going to happen, because again, the forces in the country will not hold the government accountable, neither would the international community do so. I mean, look at Kenya. Kenya just flat out denied having anything to do with Nnamdi Kanu's rearrest. And it's funny because I read an article a few days ago where the article said that it was actually Kenyan authorities that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu and took him to a different location for 6 days and tortured him. So yeah, it's crazy denying all that, right? Crazy denying, especially when he traveled to Kenya with a British passport. Again, this is the thing. Yes, you're saying British passport, order. Listen, if he was white going to Kenya with a British passport and this happened, you will see that the British government would jump on that case ASAP without even paying any mind. But then again, it's like, yes, he's a citizen, but then where is the British in all of this? Nowhere to be found. Someone here says, Falana always talking to impress only. Why would you not speak for those military men that were killed on the orders of Kanu, or the dead military men that did not have your so-called fundamental right to life? Were they not Nigerians? Huh? Huh? Why would you not listen? This, it don't make sense at all. Why? Because even after the ESN, yeah, when the launch of the ESN was actually efficient in making sure that what do you call it, that the herdsmen were driven out of the southeast, and they actually did their job properly. Give ESN and IPOP their flowers. Thank you very much. Why did the government still decide that they wanted to have military presence in the southeast? For what? Why would it, especially as the people weren't complaining, there weren't any deaths, and to think that even when the southeast was very unbearable to live in. I mean, right now it's a different situation, but then before, when we knew that, okay, fine, the cause of the unrest in the southeast was basically the herders, the government did not do anything. Nothing was done by the government, and now all of a sudden, you want to start pushing for military presence in a country, in a region of the country that did not ask you for it, and that of course increased tension. And would you not want to hold the military accountable for killing a lot of young youths who they did not even have sufficient evidence to prove that they were part and members of ESN/IPOB? You're not going to talk about that. You're not going to talk about how the government itself is not even treating military men properly, the good ones that are actually fighting. And then you're not going to hold the government accountable for the abuse of power by military men. Hello, let's talk about that. Exactly. Somebody says, arresting Kanu and going after Igboho is a diversionary action. It is not an achievement at all, a sign of nepotism when a Fulani criminal herdsman when they're walking free. All right. Someone here says, you like your voice to be heard and mostly in an unreasonable direction. Funny how you just helped him prove that by your statement like that you just said. Embarrassing. Someone here says, yes, it is high time to let Buhari know. It's been high time, just nothing is happening. We're just talking, and that's it. Sad. Someone here says, please, it's time for the Igbos to go freely or any region that so wishes. Why do you want to hold a region against their will? What is that called? Because they didn't consent to it. Hello. They are free to live anytime that they want to. So why are you holding a region captive? Because that's what the Nigerian government is doing. Let's call it what it is. Put what you think about this in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.